Did you ever work with Brent? I don't believe you guys ever crossed network paths, but did that ever happen?
Yes, we did
Okay.
in the most marginal of ways. When I was 24, 25 years old, I did some regional NBA and NFL games for CBS. And at that point, he was establishing the NFL Today on CBS as really the first model of the modern sports pregame show, football pregame show, and halftime and postgame. I mean, he created that. And so he was the host of a lot of stuff, including the CBS Sports Spectacular, which was each network had an answer to the gold standard, which was ABC's Wide World of Sports with Jim McKay. So CBS had the CBS Sports Spectacular, and NBC had Sports World. And because I was kind of a new kid on the block and they could just assign me to anything, in addition to these handful of NFL games, I think I did 4 or 5 a season between 76 and 79, and probably the same with the NBA on CBS until I went to NBC in 1980. But in addition to that, one particular week in, I think, 1977, they sent me to Pendleton, Oregon, to cover the Pendleton Roundup Rodeo. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I have rodeo in my DNA. And so now, here's the opening of the piece, and if I'm not mistaken, it was the multiple-time rodeo champion Larry Mahon who was the color analyst on this particular piece of television, this particular masterpiece. So in any case, the thing opens up with me astride a horse, wearing a 10-gallon hat, 25 years old, looking like I'm 14, and Brent, in typical Musberger fashion, says, "So now, all you cowboys and girls, let's head out to Pendleton, Oregon, and join Big Bob Costas aboard his steed. Bobby, what's happening out there?"
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, does that exist? Does that video exist anywhere, Bob?
I don't know if it exists anywhere, but I haven't thought about this in God knows how many years. But I now recall, it just popped back into my head, how we ended the segment.
Yeah.
We found a local grocery store or Walgreens or the equivalent thereof, and this is in the 70s, and so they still had hobby horses. This is like when a kid would get a haircut and they give him a piece of bazooka bubble gum in addition to the 75-cent haircut. So they had hobby horses that you could put a quarter in and you could ride the hobby horse, and it was outside on the sidewalk outside the grocery store. So we ended it with me popping a quarter into the hobby horse and saying this is a little bit more like the cowboy fantasies that I grew up with.
So in other words, just to bring it all full circle, you put the spectacular in the CBS Sports Spectacular.
Nicely done. Concluding it with my Hopalong Cassidy, Wild Bill Hickok, you fill in the blank from all those westerns of my childhood fantasy.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.